Try to pig, man.
Pig! The pig is eating, Daddy.
It's here.
Yeah. It is not touching me.
Hold on, I'm making a video. Oh, I see the, you know that's a buffalo. See the kangaroo?
Yes, kangaroo.
Oh, they want to play. Little turn around. Sky, turn around. Come on. I'll take you in. Mom. Sky. Turn around. I'll take the picture.
You see that?
Nah, you see the lily pad?
What lily
Look, get down, look. The green thing, they lily pad.
pad? I don't see it like this.
Yeah.
Is there a jump on it?
No, they don't jump on you. Huh?
I don't know what this kind of is.
Come on, let's go over here.
What's over here?
No. Come on.
Daddy, I got in the rain.
Hmm?
Can I come in rain?
No. You'll get dirty.
I want to be dirty right here.
They got some turtles over here.
Dirty. Dirty.
Yeah. Say turtle, turtle. Say turtle, turtle.
Turtle! Turtle! Now wait, it says no getting around.
Uh-huh.
Is he so tall? This ain't no monkey.
This guy,
Come on, Sky. What? Come on, let's go.
keep walking.
Mm-hmm.
It's sunny and Mia and my mom is
They coming, they coming. Let's go to the right. Let's go to the right. Let's go straight. Let's go straight. Let's go straight. Go straight. This way. This way. We're going through the safari.
to the park.
No, through the safari. We're in the jungle. Yeah.
It's really good experience.
We about to go see lions and tigers and bears. Stop jumping, girl. Come on, let's go. Let's go faster.
This is fair.
Come on, come on. We go.
Let's keep our eyes open for the animals there because they really like to blend in with their surroundings. That's how they avoid predators. Unlike the animals in the savannah, they rely more on their speed. All right, friends, over there on our left, first we're going to be able to see gray or kudu. You can tell they are females since they don't have any horns on their head. Male's horns reach up to around 71 inches long and are spiral. They do have an amazing leaping ability, able to jump 8 feet in the air, despite being weighed up to around 750 pounds. You can also see bongos as well. Bongos are known as the ghosts of the forest due to their ability to hide very, very well deep inside the forest. Both males and females have those long horns pointed backwards, helping get through the bushes and leaves a lot more easily. Those long horns reach up to around 36 inches long.
Giraffes.
Also over there on our right, you can see the okapis. A lot of people think they're part of the zebra family. With those hind legs being striped, they are actually not. They're actually part of the giraffe family. Only living relatives of the giraffe. They have a similar skull. They even have a long prehensile tongue, just like the giraffe does as well. Now, the okapi's son is long enough to reach your eyeball to clean. All right, friends, please make sure you do have our face coverings over the nose for me, please. They must be over the nose. That's for everyone's health and safety. Okapis are also very reclusive animals as well. So reclusive, they were not discovered by Westerners until the year 1901. For a long time being thought it's only an African legend. Over there on our left, you can see a black rhinoceros. They will weigh up to around 3,000 pounds and can charge up to around 35 miles per hour. They have a triangular prehensile upper lip, which helps them scoop up their food. Now, we are very, very lucky to see a black rhino. Right now, there is only less than 5,000 left in the world. They're only predator humans. Poaching for those horns, which are made out of keratin, the same materials our fingernails and our hair. Unfortunately, people believe their horns contain medical properties, which is not the case. But there are programs out there educating people about rhino horns, so hopefully by educating others, we can help eliminate the poaching of rhinos. Over there on our left, you see a sound-filled stork. They will reach up to around 5 feet tall. They actually do not vocalize. Instead, they will ruffle their beaks to communicate with each other. Now, usually you will see them in pairs once they find a mate. That mate is for the life. So that means in groups of pairs as well. All right, friends, now we are out of the military forest, and in just a moment, we're going to be entering the Safi River. Now, once we get to the Safi River, let's keep our eyes open in the water, see if we can find any animals in or around the river. Alright, friends, over there on our left, you can see a float of Nile hippos. They weigh up to around 5,500 pounds and can charge up to around 20 miles per hour. Despite having those large jaws and big sharp teeth, they aren't vegetarians. They just have to be very, very territorial. We can actually open up their mouth to almost 180 degree angle. Folks, please make sure you do have our face coverings over the nostrils for me, please. Must be over the nose. That is for everyone's health and safety. Thank you. Over there on our left, you can see a pond of pink-backed pelicans. They get their name from the pink colorization they get during main season. They can also have a 9-foot wingspan and that's around 15 pounds. Now, going back to the Nile hippos can stay underwater for up to 8 minutes at a time, coming up for only a short amount of time for air. Even while they're sleeping underwater, their body will automatically come up for the oxygen that they need. Now, they'll spend most of their day in the water resting. Once it becomes nighttime, though, they'll head out of the water and travel around 6 miles to eat up to 150 pounds worth of food. They are nocturnal animals. Over there on our left, you can see Nile crocodiles, one of the longer animals here in reserve, at around 20 feet long. Pretty much as tall as a giraffe is. They can stay in the water for up to 2 hours at a time. Sometimes you see them with their mouths wide open. They're actually laying out hot air, which helps keep themselves cool. One way to regulate the body temperature since they're cold-blooded. Nile crocodiles can weigh well over 500 pounds and can eat half their body weight in just one meal. With their very powerful jaws, they're strong enough to break the bones of their prey, and that does include larger animals, such as wildebeest and zebras, even though their main food of choice is actually fish. After eating all that food, they can go into weeks and months without eating anything else. So now we have made our way out to the Safi River. Now we're going to head on over to the Savannah, the longest part of the reserve, as well as my personal favorite. Now up ahead on our right, we're going to be able to see a baobab tree, also known as an upside-down tree, due to its branches looking like roots. Now they can remain leafless for up to around 9 months of the year due to its ability to store over 20,000 gallons of water inside its large solid trunk, soaking in the water like a sponge. Now during the drought seasons, larger animals such as an elephant will break into the baobab tree to get to the water. Give the baobab tree another nickname, the tree of life. The baobab trees can also live to be over 2,000 years old. Now here we are at the Serengeti grasslands of the Savannah. Very beautiful to look at least in my opinion. Especially since the animals make it that way. Animals here make up a very important part of that ecosystem. The giraffes will eat the leaves on the trees, they're nice and trimmed. Elephants will knock down trees, making more room for animals to walk more freely. And the nickname, the bulldozers of the Savannah. And the antelopes will eat the grass, keep it nice and long, except for the tall patch of grass. Antelopes leave that alone on purpose. They don't place an eye for predators whenever danger is around.
See the zebra? Yeah.
Also over there on our left, first on our right, you can see the Hartman Mountain zebras. They are black, white stripes, as you can tell by the nose. Every pattern is unique to each one, like our very own fingerprints. You look underneath the neck, you'll see an extra flap of skin. That's called a dewlap. They have blood vessels in there, which help keep themselves cool. And you can see the African painted dogs. They are cute and adorable, and they are also the most successful predators in Africa. More successful than lions, cheetahs, or hyenas, hunting in packs and chasing their prey to the point of exhaustion. Please make sure our face covering is on over the nose for me, please, at all times, please, all times. Unfortunately, right now, there's only less than 7,000 painted dogs left, mostly due to roadside accidents, snares, and poaching, but there's some stuff being done to help protect them, such as removing those snares and turning those snares into artwork, which is sold online. Money made from the artwork is put towards painted dog conservation. You can also see the sable antelopes. They are the emblem for the Harambe Wildlife Preserve. These are the 5 horns that protect themselves against predators, as well as powerful antelopes. You can also see the springboks over there on our left. Only 3 feet tall at the shoulders. They get their name from their ability to spring 6 feet in the air repeatedly when alarmed. That's called pronking. They can also run up to around high speeds of 55 miles per hour, making them the 3rd fastest land animal in the world. You also see the termite mounds around this as well. It takes termites around 4 to 5 years to make them. Made out of dirt, dung, and saliva. Some will keep them up, make them almost as hard as concrete. Larger animals, such as a giraffe, we use them as a place to scratch and ditch. But once they're worn down, smaller animals, such as the antelopes, we use them as a lookout post for predators. Now, up ahead, going to be on our left in just a moment. You're going to be able to see a Patterson eland or 2. Patterson elands are the largest antelopes here in reserve, with males able to reach up to 6 feet tall at the shoulders, weighing up to around 2,000 pounds. Now, despite being able to weigh so much, they can jump 8 feet in the air just from the same position. And they can also go up to a week, so not a whole month, without drinking any water. Also on the right, you see the white-bearded wildebeest, also known as news.
You see the wildebeest on there?
In fact, they are the 2nd most densely populated animal in the world. Right behind
Do you see the big?
You also see the Ankoid cattle over there as well, also known as Watusi cattle, named after the first people to domesticate them, the Watusi tribe. They're the only domesticated animals here in reserve. The large horns on their head can reach up to 6 feet long, be 20 inches around, but the horns are a lot longer than you would think due to the honeycomb filling. They also have blood vessels in those horns which help keep themselves cool, so they regulate the body temperature through your stomach. Over there on our left, you see a tower of Maasai giraffes, the tallest animals in the world. Now, they are big-hearted animals, not just metaphorically, but also literally. Their heart can be 2 feet long and weigh up to around 25 pounds, giving them the highest blood pressure of any animal in the world. Now, because they have high blood pressure, giraffes will usually only sleep around 30 minutes throughout the entire day, taking small naps here and there, and they'll sleep standing up, sounding, and won't become vulnerable to predators. Now, what do they do for the rest of the day? Well, they eat, usually eating 20 hours of the day with their long prehensile tongue. Help them grip those hard-to-reach leaves. That tongue reaches up to 20 inches long. There's a dark purplish hue to make sure their tongue won't get sunburned, especially since they're eating so much. Please make sure your face coverings over the nose for me, please. The nose. Over there on our left, you can see mandrills, including a baby one underneath the mom over there. Mandrills are the world's largest monkeys, with males able to weigh up to around 100 pounds. They have red coloring on their face that gets brighter, the more excited they become.
See the elephant?
Also have pouches in their cheeks which help them store food for later. Also over there on the right, you see an African elephant. You can tell he's an African elephant, not just because we're in Africa. Also, the ears are in the shape of the continent of Africa. They also have blood vessels in their ears, so wherever they wave those ears, it gets the blood flowing, which helps keep themselves cool. Now you can tell that he is a male elephant due to the fact that he is all by himself. Once male elephants reach a certain age, around 13 to 15 years old, they'll leave the herd voluntarily or involuntarily. The females will take care of the young and run the herd. Elephants don't always end up alone. Sometimes they'll find other male elephants and form their own bachelor party. In fact, it'll be up to around 145 male elephants in just one herd. Now, they won't stay too far away from the female herd because they want to be close by for when it becomes mating season. So let's keep our eyes open for a female herd up ahead. See if we can try to find something. Now, I do see see some footprints of the head, as well as some touch marks on the right-hand side of that clay formation. Elephants do like to give that clay for the extra minerals they might not get during their daily diet. Now, for a while, elephants were a huge problem for farmers here in Africa, eating and stomping on their crops. Now, the farmers farmers have to protect their livelihood. However, though, they don't want to hurt the elephants, so they ended up working with Disney's Animal Kingdom and found out through studying the elephants' local parents that elephants are afraid of bees. That's right, bees. Once they found that out, they put beehives around farmland. Not only did they keep elephants away in a safe manner, but also provided farmers with another source of income of honey. Also helps out the bee population too. And you see a whole group of elephants there. Elephants will usually throw sand, dirt, or mud on their back. They like to use that sunblock to protect their very sensitive skin from those harmful sun rays. Elephants can also eat anywhere between 300 to 600 pounds of food a day and drink over 40 gallons of water a day as well, taking in around 5 gallons of water a day, and then release that water right into the mouth. Now, unfortunately, elephants are losing a lot of land in Africa due to mining for metallics such as ores, which can be found in our very own electronic devices such as our cell phones. But we can actually help out the elephants by simply recycling those old electronic devices, or maybe give them to a friend or relative. Anything but throwing them away. You can actually reduce the mining in Africa and help get the big guys their land back. Every little bit can make a huge difference. Over there on our left, you see a flamboyance of rare flamingos. They are the lightest pink of the flamingos. They don't start off pink though, they actually start off gray. You can tell by some of the baby ones over there. Now, they won't turn fully pink until they are a year and a half old. And they'll get that pink colorization through their daily diet of brine shrimp. They're also the largest of the flamingos. They reach up to around 5 feet tall and even weigh as much as 9 pounds. Now, sometimes you'll see them standing on just one leg, and a lot of people wonder why they do that. To be perfectly honest with you, scientists are wondering the same thing. Now, there's a few theories as to why they do that. But the most prominent was for insulation purposes, but nothing's been proven 100% factually. Now, over there on our left, you see that mud pit, which usually means there's been some rhinos around here. Rhinos really like to roll around in the mud. It helps keep themselves cool. It also adds an extra layer to their skin for when they're being attacked by bugs. Now, just from where we are, we're going to be looking for southern white rhinos. But don't let the name fool you. They're not actually white. They get their name from the word white, which means wine. Describes their mouth. They have a more squarish mouth than the black rhinos do. Also a lot more social as well, hanging out in larger groups. A group of rhinos is called a crash. So let's keep our eyes open for some rhinos. Hopefully we'll be able to see a whole crash on that. That'd be really, really neat. Yeah, group of rhinos is called a crash. That's right.
No, they're just blunt. They'll run into each other's butts because they don't notice the other one is there.
Over there, friends, on our left, you can spot a couple of cheetahs, the fastest land animal in the world. They will run up to around 70 miles per hour, but only for a few hundred yards. So that way they won't overheat themselves. These are non-retractable claws, help them grip the earth as they run. They also use their muscular tail to help them change direction, much like the rudder of a boat. Now, you won't see it running at high speed from very too often. That's because it takes around 20 minutes to get out to snow after running at high speed for a few hundred yards. Cheetahs are also the largest cats in the world that can purr, even weighs around 150 pounds. We're going to come up to the Kopi Rock Formation, which is the kind of place that predators like to hang around. Get a better view of potential prey on here in Savannah. Got like Pride Rock from the Lion King, and speaking about Lion King, look at those lions way up there on the rocks. Look at that, it's so cool. Now, as you can tell, lions really like their catnaps. They are usually inactive 16 to 20 hours of the day, usually hunting at night due to their excellent night vision. Their night vision is 6 times better than the average man. Now, it is the female lions that do most of the hunting, while the males will usually stay home and protect the territory and the pride. Now, the female lions will hunt collectively with each other and bring food back home to surprise everyone to have a piece. One of few predators to share their food like that. Over there on the right, you can see a bontebok. Very lucky to see a bontebok for a while. They were thought to be completely extinct due to poaching of those beautiful coats. But luckily in the early 20th century, a farmer found 17 of them and was able to save them. So flash forward to today, they're striving in conservations and reserves, trying to grow the numbers and eventually they can return back to the wild.
Yeah.
And going back to the lions over there, they do have those padded claws, help them sneak up on the prey a little more violently. See the male lion over there? His mane will get darker the more mature he becomes.
A tiger.
Now, does anyone know the Swahili name for a lion? Swahili name for a lion is Simba. If you have any wilderness explorers on board, you're aboard Simba 1, page 15 of your book. Over there by the tree on our left, you can see the warthogs. Warthogs are the world's largest burrowing animal. Using their tusk and their front hooves up and dig into the earth. They are related to the domesticated pig and can run around 35 miles per hour. Very intelligent animals too. Whenever they go into those burrows, they back right in there. So now they can use those razor sharp tusks to protect themselves against predators. You see the southern white rounds over there on our right, able to weigh up to around 5,000 pounds. They're deceivably quick, able to charge up to 35 miles per hour. You see the ears move around because rounds have very poor eyesight, so they rely heavily on the very sensitive hearing to help them navigate. And they also rely heavily on the very sensitive sense of smell, using both of those senses as a form of radar.
See how big it is?
You also see the ostrich eggs, the world's largest bird eggs. Each egg weighs around 3 pounds. It's strong enough for a full-grown male to stand on top of the eggs without being cracked under pressure. One ostrich egg is the equivalent. One ostrich egg is the equivalent of 2 dozen chicken eggs. Next, see 3 fully grown female ostriches there. Ostriches are the world's largest birds, with males able to reach up to 9 feet tall, weigh over 300 pounds. Now, they are flightless birds. Though they are flightless, they can run up to 40 miles per hour, using their wings to help them change direction. Now, when it comes to nesting the eggs, the most dominant female ostrich will put her egg in the center of the nest, while all the other ostriches will put their eggs all around hers. And the most dominant male and the most dominant female will take turns nesting all the eggs, working as a team to help
I
out
ain't
the
taking into the
community.
video.
All right, friends, it looks like this is the end of our safari. I hope you have a good time. You come back and see us again. Every safari is different. The animals make sure of it. Now, Harambe means to come.
Yeah, photo the ride? Huh? Look, see the monkeys? Look at the monkeys. See the monkey? Up here. Up there, you see it? Call the monkey, say, come here.
Okay. No, Mom. No, this was me.
Sound like you? Oh, you see the monkey? I mean a gorilla?
Those look just
Hello,
like the
hello,
dogs.
what?
They look just like the dogs.
I was putting some.
Oh, okay. That's how you learn.
Come on. Come on. See the gorilla? Come on, Leo.
Yeah, we're all together. Making sure. No, here.
Got snack time. See you, Laura. Lunchable.
Right. I'm stumped. I'm okay. I can't wait to get one from
Little nephew right there. Yeah, raw. So you got your little wristband.
Yeah.
Oh, we in Asia. We on Asia.
And then we go out Wall Street to see the tigers and stuff. Then we need to go. And then we want to go over to Petaluma and here we are down here, backyard Asia Safari.
Okay.
Traveling, lion, tigers, and bears on my.
Okay.
Oh my.
Oh my.
Get off of there, be careful. I took it out and I got it in the car.
When it's a train, though, the body.
No, you can't touch it. Come on, back up. Come on. How you doing, boss?
Come on, Scott.
Now, see all the stuff in the glass? This looks more like Asia than me. I mean, more like India than Asia. Come on, Lana.
The traditional life of village unfolds.
Dad, come here.
This river rafting enterprise to demonstrate the non-destructiveness of green river village. Because the more people like you get, the better chance our jungle has of survival.
Nana, you want to go see a tiger?
No.
Come on.
He's gonna bite me.
That tiger ain't going to bite you, girl.
I want to bite him.
Nothing over there. Come on. Bird's not gonna hurt you. I'm gonna hold your hand, okay?
So as long as you give the bird some space, you're good.
Okay. No, don't chase after it. Don't chase after it. Just walk slowly. Really, walk slowly.
Look at me.
You wanna look at you? All right, come on, let's go. Let's keep going. Let's keep going.
You do put me on.
You find your bird here and you're gonna find it.
See all the birds in here? Come on.
Can you see that?
Yeah. Look. Back up, Lala. We in the Avatar part, huh?
Go that monster.
Oh. We in the Avatar section.
Avatar, thanks to a special link chair, your mind will be able to control that avatar. Using avatars to fly this way was all figured out by my boss, Dr. Jackie Ogden. She leads our science team, which is part of the Pandora Conservation Initiative, and we're here in the Valley of Moara studying banshees and their environment. Let's watch this piece by Dr. Ogden, who runs the program.
Welcome, everyone.
Yeah. Get on your first ride? You in Dino World? Get on your ride? You getting on your ride, girl? Okay.
Dylan, pinch your face mask and then open your nose.
We coming. We coming. Yeah, we in Orlando, Florida. We at the big McDonald's. This McDonald's is known, famous. Come on, Lon. Come on, Scott. Shit, we got waffles and all types. Come on, Scott.
We're close to McDonald's prices. I'm gonna take it.
We got a fish tank in this thing. Nice. Upstairs and the elevator. I ain't never seen a McDonald's with an elevator. She's upstairs at one. Oh, this is a Yes, this is a McDonald's. Closing now at McDonald's. Cheesecake and pizza. You can get pasta too, but I just didn't want to order no pasta. We in Orlando, Florida.